The whole world to hear, we are trying to hold our youth body. Our youth body is trying to hold our boys' beds. The Hausa community start the attack on us. We have no option than to repel back. The whole world here.
Well, Asari Dokubo is popular for controversy. I think throughout all his life he enjoyed controversy. But at this time, he's having it with the people of his, of his own, the same roots where he come from Degema local government. And they are accusing him that he want to unleash his soldier upon them. And that he want to threaten them, but he has come out to deny it. Why is Asari Dokubo like this? Always controversy all the time.
Yes, I think Nemesis want to catch up with him because of what he has done in the past. The king of that kingdom, has called him as a betrayer. Dokubo is self-centered, and that's why we are seeing the KALABARI youth has come out to declare their support for Biafra, and there's no going back. And I can tell you that the Degema and other communities within that local government has come out, and the youth are saying that they are no longer interested in anything that has to do with Asari Dokubo, and they cannot follow him. And the king of that place are already, backing them up because they saw the guy as a threat to the existence of the KALABARI people and the entire Igbo nation. And these are the things that it was warned before now, that definitely that Asari Dokubo is going to dig a particular pit, for that he's going to fall into unknowingly. And that is the beginning and downfall of a man who once believed in truth, but unfortunately, somewhere along the line, he bent and submitted himself to Fulani agenda. And that is what is happening to him now. Serve Nigeria and come back crying. Yes, the people have finally decided and have declared their support for Biafra. It didn't come as a surprise. And when the youth of KALABARI and Degema, stand up against unfortunate Asari Dokubo. Let me use that word, unfortunate Asari Dokubo. That is why Tompolo does not look at his direction. The government of Nigeria under Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not look at his direction. I think he has sold himself cheaply to mockery. Yes, that's what it means. He has sold himself to mockery, and he's going to reap the what he sowed, especially now that the KALABARI people and the people of Degema and other surrounding communities, the youth has come to say, we are standing for Biafra nation, and we can no longer bow to this man who has sold them to the Fulani agenda. But I can tell you just recently that the invasion of Fulani herdsmen, jihadists in Bayelsa, was being linked to the activities of Asari Dokubo, and that is what triggered what is happening in that land today. It is not predominantly a land dispute, which everybody knows that the guy is always out there to oppress the poor in that place, or take their lands, subject them to all manner of inhuman treatment. And now they have said that this person who are projecting the other side of the story has been uncovered to have a link, a memo with people who does not want human existence, who does not want the Igbo people to thrive. All these things he has been saying are all fallacy. Then, recognizing the presence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and of course, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to an extent, I think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given him a very dirty tag currently now, because all what he thought would have happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the table has turned against Asari Dokubo currently now. And of course, on all this noise against the Igbo nation, nobody ever replied to him. But we know that the spirit of Biafra, the law of karma, and have a way of visiting people who are just enemies without any provocation, who declared themselves enemies of Igbo people without provocation, just like we saw the Jubril Buhari and the rest of them, taking the other part of the story. But the fact still remains that it's a wide jubilation, it's a wide opera, there's a massive protest going on now, and there's demanding that they recognize who they are and where they come from, and the youth of that place are saying they can no longer join anything that is outside Biafra movement. And I think that was what is annoying Asari Dokubo at the moment.
Sometimes our politicians, the kind of problem they created, we may not be able to solve it. Because I don't know what warrants similar Fubara to upgrade somebody like Asari Dokubo into a traditional ruler of a particular community. And that one is like empowering I don't want to call him terrorist.
Yes.
Empowering mediocrity, celebrating mediocrity.
Yes. If you look at, that's why a lot of people are going to Tompolo. Everybody is heading to Tompolo. You can see the last Boramatu festival. You can see the influx of the high-ranking socialites in Nigeria flooding. Taking the sea with speedboat to go to Boramatu. Because of they have discovered that Tompolo has integrity. I personally celebrate Tompolo, even though I have reservations over some certain things. His stand currently now, but I know Tompolo is not just a pushover. He's intelligent and he knows what to do. He knows that the future of his kingdom is in his hand, and he cannot be toyed just because he wants to ally with people who are disturbing and polluting the Niger Delta, removing oil and destroying that land. Well, he is conscious of that. But if you see this man that is denying his own people, aligning with jihadists, a Fulani not to destroy his own people, is somebody of a questionable character. He has been doing it over and over and over and over again. But the people were calm watching him. Watching him, but now they have come to tell him that now we are no longer what you think we are. We have watched you and we have given you time for you to repent. Since you don't want to repent, this is our stand, and that is why the KALABARI youth kingdom, has declared themselves support for Biafra movement. So there's nothing he can do. Nothing he can do now, because what is he going to do? But if you look at the decision of Simi Fubara, and trying to give him LM. Is it LM of KALABARI?
The name of community is LM or something.
Yes, of KALABARI, whatever, chief or priest or whatever he feels that he can name them. I think to an extent, it was done in haste. It was done without proper consultation. It was done just to create an impression, that he have the likes of somebody like that within the support of my crisis between the federal government, Wike, and of course me. But to an extent, I can tell you that position that was given to him as a traditional this thing does not have any direct impact on the people of Degema and KALABARI, and of course the other communities in Niger and River State currently now.
Somebody like Asari Dokubo, anywhere, Beleface, he has once claimed to be Igbo. He later changed. They started lambasting Igbo people and all his role in 2023 of the election. What do you think Igbo people can do about this one? Because I believe one day he may even change his mind and say that I belong to Biafra.
I thank you for that very beautiful question, because sorry. Even at that, a lot of people studied him and looked at him and said, no, they are already having reservation. His father is from Abia State, from Ohafia, presently now. And most of the people you are seeing there, I can tell you in honest truth, they are predominantly Igbos. Yes, I can tell you, because by the time we begin to check the say almost all of them. But a regeneration, yes, it can happen to anybody. A regeneration happens. You can see somebody that his grandfather moved from maybe somewhere in Ondo and locate to somewhere in Ebonyi. And because of he escaped there, the Ebonyi people gave him a particular place to live. I'm not giving you an instance. In the ancient days, now the man was living in the forest. Nobody want to go there. But because they said, okay, among all this territory now, go and farm there. I'm talking about ancient fathers, how they behave. So because that man now, all those women that come to the farm, he give them space, farmland to farm. He keep on pregnating them. And before you know it, that very particular forest become a kingdom. And now, I can tell you, they have produced 2 ministers in Nigeria currently now. I don't want to mention them. They have produced governor in this country. They have built a city in that forest now. So the great children now, probably they are not Igbos. But somewhere along the line, they become Igbos. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to tell you. And the people are saying that they are not going back. They don't know where they come from, but they are all of them are answering Igbo name. That's the way it is. That's what happened in most of those places we are seeing today. They are predominantly Igbos. They do not fall from heaven. But what we are saying at the point is that, Asari Dokubo, unfortunately, lost it because he felt that the Biafra movement he joined, he want to control the government in Biafran government, and that was what triggered his reservation against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he felt betrayed. But where you are saying you are betrayed, that is not betrayal. We want to be a de facto president of Biafra without going through the normal processes of having it. And then you started to label Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you claim that you are the one that are going to set Igbo people up. Remember, these things you are doing, it's been documented. Unfortunately, he doesn't know. It's been kept there in the archive. When he start backfiring, like it has started now. It has started. Because the people of Degema, the people of KALABARI, the youths have risen up and have declared. So what is he going to murder them now that they are saying they are Biafrans? He cannot murder them anymore. So the Igbo people look at him from that angle of mediocrity, from that angle of it's quite unfortunate.
Unstable.
Yes, those who empowered you because they made you to understand that the only thing that will make you happy and you keep on having money, receiving whatever you want to receive, is to make sure that you kill all the Igbos, you attack Igbos, you bring them down. But subsequently, how many Igbos has he been able to attack? How many Igbos has he been able to bring down? Asari Dokubo, if I can tell you in honest truth, because we are conscious of what we are saying and we want people to understand it very clearly. Those 2-3 people, Igbos are extremists, but they don't bring that extremism into whatever they are doing. I can tell you, a number of people who are in Igbo land that are more richer, more rugged, but they don't show it. So I said the Dokubo should hold his team for now. You can see him attacking Tinubu too. Just because this that
one doesn't dance to his tune.
Yes, because he don't know, and he cannot. He's not someone that can predict and foresee the future. But now I don't know where he's going to be because he has been thrown off balance completely.
Briefly before we go, let's talk about Justice James Omotoso versus Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. October 10, is that one justice or punishment? Of punishment?
Yes, I think no case submission in that regard was as a result of the federal government trying to protest that since they have withdrawn, there's no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case anymore to answer, and there should be a pronouncement of judgment on the 18th of July. Unfortunately, that couldn't hold. It was postponed. I think it will give the judges a time for research, for a time to recreate, a time to negotiate, a time to get instructions from whoever. But it has been mandated by the forces around the world to pronounce ruling. Yes, that's the word. They say he must pronounce ruling come October 10. So October 10, we're expecting that he's going to pronounce ruling and there will be no adjournment anymore. And if that adjournment continues, then I'm sure he should be expecting a clash with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu right there in the court.
Thank you very much.